What is going on, my people? Cubs fan Han back again for a Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video, and as always, let's give a shout out to gaming-fans.com. Go ahead, check them out. They're also on Twitter at gamingfansdfn, and I hope you guys were able to check out my latest video that I did with Arnold, and we were talking about Kylo Ren at 4 stars, Gear 11. That is the Kylo Ren Unmasked, the new version that we have just received, and we wanted to see if he was a worthy replacement for General Kenobi. Unfortunately, it seems like he wasn't quite going to fit the bill. General Kenobi's kit is just too it's just too OP. It's really hard to top that. However, I have been thinking since doing that video, is there a home? Is there a place for Kylo Ren? Right now, he's trying to find his place in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. What is it? Or is he going to be left in the dust and be all alone? I am not so sure that there isn't a place for Kylo Ren Unmasked, and in this video, I am going to test that theory. We're going to try to find a new home for Kylo Ren, this time just anywhere, in any composition, not necessarily replacing General Kenobi. So I have a few ideas in mind. I haven't tested them yet. Let's go ahead and try them out right now. Alright, so I am theory crafting 2 different compositions that we can potentially use Kylo Ren Unmasked in the current meta, and we are going to be fighting the current meta, which is of course that Commander Luke team with R2-D2, Raid Han, etc. And first and foremost, I want to try this with Talzin. I know a lot of you have been finding uses for Talzin, and I want to see if Kylo Ren can complement her in some way. So I'm going to try Talzin out with Thrawn, Kylo Ren Unmasked, the original Kylo Ren, and R2-D2. And I'm sure a lot of you will wonder why we have R2-D2 in there, and the big reason why I personally want R2-D2 in there is 2 reasons. Number 1, I want a smoke screen for Talzin when she does her AoE. When she does her AoE and she isn't stealth, then she can get really wrecked, especially when Han Solo is on the other side. So I want to give her a little more survivability there. And then also, I think that R2-D2 and Kylo Ren Unmasked actually have some subtle synergy, because Kylo Ren's going to be laying that tenacity down on his basic, and R2-D2 is going to be able to stun more easily when he targets those characters that Kylo Ren has hit with tenacity down. And then the next team I want to try it out with is going to be with the traditional meta that we've got right now: Commander Luke Skywalker, R2-D2, Raid Han, General Kenobi, and then also throwing Kylo Ren Unmasked in there instead of Thrawn. So basically, it's kind of the same experiment that Arnold and I did, but we're not going to try to replace General Kenobi with Kylo Ren. We'll try to replace Thrawn instead. Alright, so let's take a look and see how this combination works. Alright, so Kylo Ren gets hit first. Let's go ahead and leave Kylo Ren and the other Kylo Ren. Let's leave both Kylos open and then fracture General Kenobi. So Kylo Ren is not really doing much here because he's sitting there fractured, but hopefully he can soon. Now this is nice because Talzin is stealth. She's not going to be retributed against when she does that AoE. Okay, let's go ahead and do Outrage, which deals nice damage. It's really nice to have Outrage again. I'd really like to find Kylo Ren utilized more, the original Kylo Ren, because that was just such a dominant Zeta ability for a while. It just sucks that his AoE isn't as good as a lot would hope. Alright, let's go ahead and attack Raid Han, especially since we're stealth. And then we need to get Kylo Ren Unmasked a turn here so that he can gain some health back. I'm starting to get concerned about him. Alright, let's go ahead and take... okay, so let's give a turn to Kylo Ren Unmasked. And now we're able to do halts. And the person that I really like to halt is Commander Luke. But let's see, I'm debating here. R2-D2 almost has a turn. Let's give it to Commander Luke and leave him up. I think General Kenobi's already done his cleanse. Alright, and now we have no choice but to attack General Kenobi. Let's go ahead and lay a stun on him. Oh, that didn't take, but he had a cleanse. Yikes. Okay, but fortunately, he was unable to really do that because of Plague. Let's go ahead and take out Kylo Ren. Alright, so General Kenobi is taken out. This is going really well. I really like the feel of this. I'm actually going to fracture Commander Luke. Let's just make him completely unusable and then lay a stun on Thrawn. He wasn't able to pick that up, but let's go ahead and do another Plague on everybody, and we are going to be in very good shape. I could probably just hit auto here and watch everybody die. Alright, I really like that combination, but the main test that we are doing here is Kylo Ren Unmasked going to bring that team up? And I'm not sure that he even at 7 stars gear 12, I don't know if he really did much in that team, other than he was providing a pre-taunt so that we were getting fractured over there. Raidhan ended up hitting him first in that battle, which he didn't have to do because he ignores taunt, but that was nice as well. And then he was able to use Halt at a pretty critical point in the battle where we were basically able to freeze Commander Luke. So I actually feel like this is a very, very solid combination. I'd like to see what it looks like on defense as well, but for now, I would say this does feel to be a more viable use for KRU in the current meta. Alright, so let's try this again, and let's use a different combination this time. This time, let's go light side. Let's use that current meta that we've got, and we're going to sub out Thrawn for Kylo Ren Unmasked and see if we have a little more value there with him. I think that ultimately, part of the mistake that I think I may have made in the last video is trying to replace General Kenobi. I know a lot of us would love to replace General Kenobi, but ultimately it just might not be that practical. But if we try to use Kylo Ren in other ways, then I think we might find value. So right now, for example, I can stun Commander Luke, and I've got, oh, well, see, in that case, Thrawn gave a turn to General Kenobi. It kind of ended up being useless. But because General Kenobi was stunned, I actually really liked that proposition. But let's go ahead and do a mass assist here and try to get General Kenobi out of here. But whatever the case is, Halt is an ability that if we can find more use for, I really like it. And I like using Kylo Ren with R2-D2 because we have, notice how we got that tenacity down on Luke right now. So if R2-D2 can get a turn, there's a better chance that we will be able to stun him with that tenacity down. Alright, let's go ahead and smoke screen. Let's leave General Kenobi open. Alright, let's see. We don't have anyone stunned, so I'd kind of like to save, what's this ability called again? Focused Rage. Alright, let's go ahead and burn. We're stealth right now, so we don't need to worry about that retribution. I'm going to keep attacking Raidhan, try to take him out, and he is gone via burn. Okay, so let's go ahead and stun R2-D2. He's got a turn coming up. Nothing. Alright, let's heal. Lay tenacity down on R2-D2. See if we can't stun him and take him out. And then we could probably just hit auto from here. So once again, in this case, I'm not sure that Kylo Ren really added that much, but I feel like that was kind of unlucky on my part. I probably should have realized that Thrawn was going to be able to do Grandmaster's Command on General Kenobi, which led to a cleanse, which kind of nullified that 2-turn stun that I had laid on Commander Luke Skywalker. But that said, this is a better use to me. That was a much more cohesive unit that was used than it was when we subbed General Kenobi out. Alright guys, I gotta be honest with you. I think my opinion of Kylo Ren Unmasked is changing just a bit. I think in the last video that I did with Arnold, we were really focused on if Kylo Ren Unmasked could be a worthy replacement for General Kenobi. And when evaluating him in that way, it was a pretty big disappointment. But in this case, when we're actually not trying to compare him to General Kenobi, but just trying to find different areas for him to work in the game, I think it was a lot more usable, and he had a lot more functionality in these teams. No, he is not a replacement for General Kenobi. Let's accept that right now. But can he still fit into some of these teams? Can he spice things up a bit? I think something that I am a huge proponent of is trying out new things. Don't do the same boring Commander Luke, General Kenobi, R2 Thrawn, and Raidhan all day. That gets really boring. Try something new out. Try throwing Kylo Ren Unmasked in there. Try using Mother Talzin. Try using Night Sister Zombie and Night Sister Acolyte. That kind of thing. And keep the arena interesting. All of these characters are characters that we can work in there that work in the meta. Maybe they don't work as well on defense, and maybe that's something you need to weigh out in deciding if you want to actually go for this or not. But that said, Kylo Ren Unmasked does have use in this game. He's not a replacement for General Kenobi, but he does fit in other areas, and we're seeing at least 2 options of where he can work right now. So, I hope this video was helpful for you guys. How are you using Kylo Ren Unmasked? Are you completely ignoring him, or are you finding other areas of the game that he works in? Let me know down in the comments below. And as always, my brothers, don't forget.
For my dead body. Sorry about the mess.